Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in, and thank you all for supporting us, and we shall continue to bring you the latest news as they happen. But if you're new to our channel, please support us by subscribing. My brothers and my sisters, the bond between the Yoruba nation and Biafra is getting stronger by the day. The criminal Fulani Nigerian DSS engaged the Yoruba nation, a group led by Chief Sunday Igboho, a freedom fighter, fighting to realize the independence and freedom of the Yoruba nation and Oduduwa. They engaged the Nigerian Fulani DSS in a heavy shootout in Osogbo, Osun State, and 10 DSS officers were sent to judgment, while the others narrowly escaped judgment. They narrowly escaped. They were shooting and all the bullets were falling on the floor. They thought it was like before, where they would shoot and the person would die. But this time around, they saw something greater than their powers. They took to their heels. The DSS operatives, they entered the palace of the Osogbo monarch to arrest Chief Sunday Igboho, but they were stopped by Yoruba nation youths, who formed a barricade because they knew that some of the people around them were DSS. And they prevented the DSS operatives from arresting Chief Sunday Igboho. The Fulani DSS operative leader brought out his pistol to try to force his way through to arrest Chief Sunday Igboho, but was overpowered by the Yoruba youth. And then there was a heavy gun battle when the leader of the DSS persisted to force his way through. He escaped. He mixed with the crowd and he escaped. But his men that were outside, had a serious gun battle with the Yoruba nation group. That they were stationed close to the palace fence. And that was where the battle happened. After the battle, 10 DSS officers were sent to judgment. They were sent to judgment. But the leader and some other ones narrowly escaped by fleeing. They fled into their waiting operational vehicle and they zoomed off at a very fast speed. They zoomed off. The reason why I'm saying this is to show how the Yoruba nation, and the Biafran nation are now getting along together. They are running towards a common goal. They are working as a team now. And, Biafrans are proud of them. We are proud of Yoruba nations. We are proud of them. One of the DSS operatives, luck ran out of him. His name is Seun Olayinka. He was cited by the youths, of the Yoruba group, when they saw him taking photographs of number plates of some of the vehicles in Sunday Igboho's convoy. The DSS operative was arrested and his camera was confiscated. And during interrogation, they found out that he's a Yoruba. It's just like the same thing we have in Biafran land. The Efulefus are the one betraying, our freedom fight. They are the ones. The Yoruba DSS officer, he confessed that he's working for the Fulani Nigerian government. And he was recruited and instructed to take records of the plate numbers of the vehicles in Chief Sunday Igboho's convoy. You know what they're going to do with that? They will go back to FRS, Federal Road Safety Corps. They will go there, FRSC. They will go there. Road Safety Corps, they go there. They will now peruse the records in order to harvest the address of those owners of the vehicles. Then they will start tracing them, tailing them. And once they can seclude them in a corner, they will shoot them or kill them or look for them when they are sleeping and inject them. Because they know now that the bullet doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work. So they will trace them to their homes. And when they are sleeping, they break into their homes. Then they inject them with cyanide or other poisonous liquids in order to eliminate them. That's what they are doing now. The Yoruba DSS officer, after confessing, he pleaded that the Yoruba Nation group should release him. He pleaded, but he was beaten to stupor and he pretended to be dead. They searched him before they beat him up and they found no weapon in his possession. So that was why he wasn't shot. He wasn't shot. But he pretended to be dead, and that was how he escaped judgment. He escaped. He ran for his dear life. My brothers and my sisters, the Yoruba nations have awakened, and thanks to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is also supporting this Yoruba Nation group, and they are now getting the courage to fight back alongside IPOB in order to bring freedom to Yoruba Nation and Biafra Nation, including other oppressed indigenous Nigerian tribes. They need freedom. Freedom from oppression and domination by the Janjaweed Fulanis. The Nigerian government have infiltrated the freedom fighting groups with their criminal DSS, who are now harvesting information, taking photographs of car plate numbers and photographs of individual freedom fighters in order to track and locate the supporters of freedom so as to assassinate and eliminate them. They are using the photographs of the plate numbers to check for addresses, so that they can sneak at night and come and inject those people with poisonous liquids so that they can kill them. They are also using the individual photographs to check through social media platforms in order to identify their friends and their families, whom they can also kidnap and kill them, or use them as a bait, or use them to blackmail the person in order to drop their support for agitation, as they call it. But it's freedom. In Abuja right now, the DSS are kidnapping Igbos of Biafra origin. They are kidnapping them. They are kidnapping them on the streets, in the marketplaces, and sometimes in commercial buses and taxis owned by these criminal DSS. They own it. They will now engage those Igbos in discussion, and before you know, they will find out you are Igbo, and they drive them to an unknown destination after pulling out a gun, threatening to kill them. And they whisk them away, and they will be declared missing persons, and their families will be looking for them. This is what the Janjaweed Fulanis are using. That's the new tactics they are using. They are using it to create fear and to starve the freedom fighting groups of new recruits. That's what they believe. That by the time they finish killing the youths, the freedom fighting groups will not have, they will not have people to recruit. My brothers and my sisters, the Fulani Nigerian government is running out of time. And they are so desperate now than ever before. Because the world powers' eyes are on them, and most of their evil plans and tactics cannot be used without them being tagged as genocide. So they are afraid. So they are now taking out soft targets that won't look like a state-sponsored killing, but it will look like kidnapping by criminal elements or a case of missing persons, which is now on the rise. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for supporting us. Please watch out for the next, and bye-bye for now.